Thank you so much, Kanda, and our excellent panelists on the great conversation around policy and regulation. While we were working on this report, that was one section of the work that was really critical in us trying to sort of bend our minds around to understand what's the role of governance, what's the role of stakeholders beyond those who are inventing the technology, but those who are going to be experiencing it. So thank you so much for the great conversation, great insights, great nuggets on this subject. And in some way, shape, or form, we are at the end of this awesome event. It's been such a pleasure hearing from our distinguished panelists and speakers. It's been excellent. And I have the pleasure of just maybe sharing a few closing remarks and pointing us to, maybe what the so what could be for this event today. I want to start by just saying again a big thank you to all of our speakers and panelists. Thank you for signing up to share your insight and expertise in pretty short notice. We were planning this over the last month, and it has gone wonderfully today. So thank you so much. It's a lot of appreciation to everyone who has shared and engaged in these subjects today. I didn't get to share this at the beginning, but I would love to just share a few things about the motivation for the work on cataloging the state of robotics in Africa. And the motivation really is addressing a question that I have gotten many times over the years is robotics applicable in Africa? I get those questions maybe 10 plus years ago. And when I was coming to grad school overseas, there were questions like, what are you going to do with this degree? You want to study robotics? And many things have happened in the last 10 years that bears on this subject. But I am happy to see now the question is shifting from can Africa sort of leverage robotics, or does robotics fit in an African context? The question is shifting from can to how, because we can see from the report, from the great conversations, from the insights we're hearing today, that in many different shapes and forms, we're seeing use cases of robotics through agriculture, through logistics and whatnot. And the question is no longer, is there a fit? The question now is, how do we shape this technology in a way that is aligned with local contexts, meeting actual needs and solving real problems, and is advancing the goals and aspirations of the communities across Africa. And so that is excellent to see. And I think that is the right question, the right framing. Dr. Oyoko is framing around thinking about the future possibilities of technology. And certainly, as we would all agree, this emerging technologies, artificial intelligence, and embodied AI in the form of robotics certainly is taking shape globally and in Africa as well. So this is a good time to be alive if you're excited about automation and robotics, but treading that technology in a way that is responsible and in a way that actually meets needs instead of creating them is certainly the way to go. So thank you all so much. It's been a joy to engage in these conversations. I just have a few pointers. Samuel on the team has been putting this link to the report. Please, check out the report. It's here on the website, afrob.org/report. It's a culmination of about a whole year plus worth of work, doing interviews with stakeholders, a lot of them you heard today, doing a lot of desk research to really uncover what is the landscape of robotics using our 4 pillars. And so that's really exciting to share out with the community today going forward. And yeah, we encourage you to join the network and let's break down the silos that we see across, building an ecosystem that would thrive and is sustainable. So please join the network. There are other robotics communities as well that have been highlighted in the report or even today. Let us, collaborate. Let us work together so we can build this shared vision of the future. The other thing in terms of collaborating, on the website, once you go on there, you would see that the other thing that we're trying to contribute is a visual of the kinds of applications of robotics happening on the continent. I can just provide, an online repository of what's going on. And so this is supposed to be like a living and breathing map of robotics in Africa. You can go on the website there, you can see it, and more importantly, you can contribute to it. This was just an initial attempt at collecting data about the different use cases of robotics, both in industry, but also across research labs or institutions that have and operate robotics programs or related technologies like mechatronics and whatnot. And so please, you can go on that website and contribute a company or an organization or a research lab that is in the area of robotics. And the more that we can increase the visibility, the more we can find connections to collaborate, to work together, to bring everybody up. Lastly, I have a couple of special thanks to our organizing committee. I especially just want to do a shout out to Samuel, who on the committee, but I think the other person who hasn't necessarily been on the camera. So thank you so much, Samuel. But then also all the folks who contributed to the report. Thank you all so much through writing, doing research, doing interviews, sharing your thoughts with the editing team. Thank you all so much. And to the Afro community that have come together, not just today, but throughout the time being. So thank you all so much. I found this visual with saying thank you in a bunch of African languages. Some of them I can speak, most of them I cannot. So thank you. It's a pleasure. I will just look in the chat to see if there's anything that we need to tend to. I know the chat was buzzing a bit. All right. Yes. Thank you, everyone. This is where we're going to call it today. If you would like to review or listen to any of the sessions, we will be making this available on YouTube. So the session has been recorded. We'll put it up on the YouTube and break it into the different panels, and we'll share this out by email to everyone who is registered, as well as on our social media platforms. So with that, just thank you all so much again, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening, and let's lock arms together to continue to build robotics ecosystem for Africa. Thank you.